home for all 88 NCAA championships. A little more than a lap remaining in the men's 5,000 meters. Chris Solinsky, the senior, a key to Wisconsin's team hopes, Larry.
What he certainly is, and he has been running very, very well this whole season. Look at what he has done right now. He has put a gulf between he and Arkansas Razorback Peter Koske in second place. Solinsky, having had a terrific career, coming out of high school as a 4:06 miler in the state of Wisconsin. He matriculated there, and he has had a wonderful 4 years. Wrapping things up now, a senior. They need 10 big points here. He is providing it to them. And later on, he's got to run well at the 3,000 meters. A day later, but right now his focus is on this race and securing for Wisconsin the victory.
And right after the victory, he joined our Quint.
You're a key element to Wisconsin's chances for a national title. What's it going to take from you this weekend?
Well, tonight was a pretty good start, and tomorrow's going to be a challenge. But I take care of myself now that I've finished the 5K. All my concentration's on the 3K tomorrow, and if myself and Stu Egan pull it off, do well in the 3K, you never know. Anything can happen. That's where they run nationals.
Next event on the track, the women's 60-meter hurdles final. American record held by the great Gail Devers. Jenny Powell setting the meet record last year, where she also doubled back and won the 60 meters. Here's how they'll line up from the top to bottom. Looking lane 4, Nikisha Wilson of LSU. The sophomore had the fastest time in the heats at 8.01, Larry.
And she certainly did. Let's take a look at her. This young lady came out of Alpha Academy in Jamaica. Not a big track power down. There's a lot of great track high schools, and matriculated to LSU, as many of the sprinters do. They go to a lot of southern schools from Jamaica and the islands.
Lane 5 from the University of Washington. This is Ashley Lodry, Heat 2 winner, 8.04. She won the conference championships a couple of weeks ago. And then down in lane 2, looking for some more points, this is junior Jessica Ohanija.
Ohanija is actually born in the United States. She's from Houston. Her family's citizens here. She is. And the family came from Nigeria. And that name is a common name over Nigeria. They have a great many good athletes that are sprinters at the Olympic Games.
She won the collegiate race at the Millrose Games last month. So the race in the middle of the track, Nikisha Wilson, the sophomore from LSU. Her teammate in lane 2, Ohanija. And then in lane 5 from UW, Ashley Lodry, the senior, who also ran heats of the 60 meters dash. And Wilson out and out great. Actually, Candace Davis of USC was out very well. Here comes Ohanija in lane 2. It's Ohanija, but in lane 3, very close between Ohanija of LSU and Shantia Moss of Georgia Tech. They will definitely have to read the photo to figure this one out.
This is a really, look at, she's got the word. Georgia Tech has surprised here with a big victory. Shantia Moss, just a junior. And watch this back vision. Everybody gets away smoothly. Remember, a false start here at the NCAA championships, and you're out of the final for your team. And they blast out of the blocks well. Getting over well is Moss, Ohajina in lane 2 also. Look how even they are. There's 5 women across as they head for that line. And with a great burst and a terrific lean, Moss gets the victory. LSU winds up with very important points here in the women's hurdle.
And Quint is with her.
Shantia, characterize your start.
My start is something we've been working on since I got to Georgia Tech, and it's just coming along very nicely right now. I was just focused on, get my hands off the line and driving, so it worked really well this time. So
what made the difference in this race?
Just me being more focused. The prelims, I was like, okay, 8:05, it's not a bad time. I wanted to run fast, but this one, I told my coach, I said, whatever I come out here and give you, this is what I got. So I'm just happy I won.
Congratulations, Shantia.
Shantia Moss, 7.98, fastest time in the collegiate ranks this year. Jessica Ohanija running very well in 8 flat. And Ashley Lodry of Washington, 3rd in 8:01, an excellent race. Larry, let's take a look back at the women's 5,000, which was run earlier.
Dwight, it proved to be a bit of a runaway in the second half as Sally Kipyego, the sophomore from Texas Tech, by way of Kenya, pulled away from really a stellar field. And here she is coming down the home stretch, averaging better than 4 minutes and 58 seconds per mile for 3.1 miles.
Diego wins it over Ariane Lambie of Stanford, who's a very good runner. Michelle Sykes of Wake Forest gets third. All right, our next event, the men's 60-meter hurdles final. American record held forever now by Greg Foster, and then tied by Alan Johnson, the 6-time world champion.
We can almost say a generation ago now, right?
Really. And Greg Foster was a 3-time world champion. How about that? Here's how they will line up. Pay attention in lane 4 to junior Mike Ray, still just 19 years old. He won the first heat in a collegiate leading time, 7.61.
Dwight, I happened to watch down here, and he came out of the blocks when he got out for the final, and he took 3 hurdles quickly. And by the 3rd hurdle, all of a sudden he pulled up, grabbed his leg a bit, and he started limping. And this is the guy who had the fastest time in the heats. He ran brilliantly in his heats. And all of a sudden, just in a warm-up, this is the way it can be in hurdles and sprints. You can hurt yourself. And I thought stall for a little time by going about and trying it again, and just to see if the leg calmed down. And then I knew it was his left leg, the way he was limping, and they're trying to see if they could hold the leg together for his hurdle race. This is his key event. It's not like he's in a relay, and he's not like he's in the 60-meter dash.
And next to him will be Dominic Berger, the junior from Maryland. He won the 2nd heat in 7.67, the ACC champion, and the runner-up outdoors at the NCAA meet. And he might have hurt himself as well. Here's the aftermath of his heat earlier on, and watch what he does after he wins this heat. He had an awful lot of energy going into that barrier, maybe too much energy.
Wow, that would have been a bad fall. That right over that barrier goes down about 10 feet.
Then out to lane 8, Shamar Sands, the senior from Auburn, and he really figures in the team title. Entered most of 04 and 05. He was 2nd in his heat at 7.75. 2nd at this meet back in 2003.
And from the Bahamas.
So the favorite, Mike Ray, the junior from Pittsburgh, with a wrap now under his shorts. That's got to give a little bit of confidence to his competitors. Ray, by the way, breaking Roger Kingdom's school record at the University of Pittsburgh when he's run several times faster than Roger did. Of course, Kingdom, twice the Olympic champion in the hurdles, and also coaching at California University in Pennsylvania. Oh, and that looked like Shamar Sands up in lane 8 may have left early, and as Larry mentioned earlier, there are no second chances in the NCAA. If you false start, you are gone. Let's see if we can check it. He's right there in front of our camera. First guy. He's a little shaky. Oh, boy, he definitely leaves. Tried to hold it.
Great camera shot there. You just don't do that. The coaches grill that into you. Don't false start. And you travel all this way for a 7-second race, and you false start.
So now only 7 remaining, and a little bit unusual, Larry, for a senior to make a mistake like that.
It certainly is. And, of course, again, everything applies here. If somebody else false starts, goodbye to them, too. There you see on the right of your screen, that is Mike Ray. Will his hammy hold up? I guess end of story. Let's see. He's in lane 4.
Ray not out well over the first hurdle. He looks like he's out of it. It's Porter and Berger. Porter and Berger coming off the last hurdle. Very close there. But it looks like from Michigan, it was Jeff Porter leaning out at the end. Pretty close to a blanket finish for the first 4. Yes, he's celebrating. He sees his name up on top. The senior, 7.64, a personal best at the indoor championships. What a great race, Larry.
The hurdles can be such a surprise. And then you see Mike Ray. The leg just doesn't hold up. End of story for him. And over the first hurdle, he's behind by a full step. But look at the 3 men to the left of your screen. Look how close it is. It becomes a 2-man race. And a nice lunge put on by Jeff Porter, the senior from the University of Michigan.
The runner-up at the Big Ten Championships takes the national title over Alan Lett and Dominic Berger.